Number One Cochran Sports Showdown is brought to you by Number One Cochran, Go One Better, and by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Have a greater hand in your health. All right, we're back talking about Andrew McCutchen. Should there be a reunion tour? Paul Zeise is available. Philly didn't pick up the option. He had 27 home runs and now the greatest OPS. However, the Pirates need outfielders. I know he's not going to help them in the future, but is it good for the present? Would you do it? Better yet, would he do it?
Well, he would be really a fool to do it. I mean, I know he lives here and all that other stuff, but why would you want to get involved with a team you have no chance of winning at this stage in your career? So it makes no sense for him. It makes no sense for the Pirates either to spend money on a guy, an aging player. I know he's popular and all that stuff, but he's not going to help them win enough that it's worth it this year and next year or whatever. You bring him in for 2 years. You might as well start trying to groom some young outfielders so that when you actually have a chance to win in a year or two, a couple of years down the road, that you have guys ready to play. So no and no.
Here's the thing. Every year, even under Cherington, under this total sort of rebuild from the down to the studs, they've brought in veterans, usually a starting pitcher. There's been outfielders that they bring in, the infielders. There's always going to be a couple veterans you bring in, usually around for the veteran minimum. Now, McCutchen will cost more than the veteran minimum, and if they perform well, they get swapped in at the deadline, bring in more prospects. Now, that's the part of the equation from the Pirates side, or for this feel-good side or the sell-ticket side, is that if he's playing well and he's on a one-year deal, they're going to trade him in July anyway. So I don't know, whatever PR or whatever it is, this warm and fuzziness you garnered, it's all going to be gone then once you trade him. So I also don't know why McCutchen necessarily would come here at this stage of his career when he would probably want to win a championship and chase that. So I just don't see it being a fit, really.
Yeah, I love what Andrew McCutchen did here. I think he's a great guy, but there's no way in hell I am going to sign him if I'm the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, I'd rather have Greg Allen running in the outfield because at least he'd be a part of the future for the Pirates. They've committed to building something, hopefully down the line. Andrew McCutchen will not be a part of that. He is not the one player the Pirates need to become a playoff team, and he wants to play. I mean, he's not ready. We're not talking about a guy who wants to play, I'll play 50 games and I'll be a bench guy and all. No, he wants to still play, and the fit here is just ludicrous. I get it. What he did here, that's great. That time has passed, and the Pirates are trying to build something without Andrew McCutchen.
Plus, the other thing is, even if he comes here and thinks he's going to be here, he doesn't control that. As Chris said, there could be a trade in the works. He plays well enough, and all of a sudden he's with a team he doesn't want to be with. So from his point of view, Paul, it's not even worth considering that because he wouldn't ultimately control where he ends up.
Pittsburgh leads the world in these Back to the Future reunions and discussions. There can't be another town that loves having all of their guys get traded back or signed back for some reason. I can't figure it out. The bottom line is you're right. If he comes here, you know where he would become a really good asset for the Pirates is if he had a really good 3 months and a team that's a contender needed an outfielder and they traded him for some more prospects, which I guarantee is not what he would want to do. So it just doesn't make sense.
I would imagine, Bob, that you, probably all three of you, were on a show at the winter of 2007 after Barry Bonds broke the record. He was a free agent. There was talk about Barry Bonds signing one more year with somebody the Pirates should sign. I imagine you guys had the same probably discussion that bring Barry Bonds back, have this great end to his career, and that never happened either. So
yeah, McCutchen has a better arm.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, well, he did one night.
I don't blame. I'm not going to get into that, Jeff. We don't have time. I wish I could because I don't think that throw was the problem. I don't. It still was Chico Lean. They lost because of Jose Lean, the Gold Glover. Anyway, we're out of time. Gentlemen, thank you for that. I appreciate it. By the way, I want to remind you that pro athletes get paid big money when their value is at its peak. Well, right now, the value of your car is also at its peak. And guess what? Number One Cochran will pay you big money for that. Whether you trade it in or sell it outright, sell yours now at Cochran.com or stop by any Number One Cochran store. You'll get the most money, no hassle, and payment on the spot. Remember this, Number One Cochran buys cars.